Oh, we're back. Okay. Okay. Hopefully we will not have that issue again. We're back, and hopefully Kim can join. I know she's been smashing the join button, and we are having connective issues. Hi, Jess. Glad you're able to join. I know you have a meeting right now. It usually takes a couple seconds for Kim to join. Kim, hoping you can do it. I know you try, and I know that it said you were unable to connect. Oh, did I get you for a second? Hey, Not a Mom Blogger. Hi, my life is a pits. Hi, Mitzi Cope. So glad everybody is here. I am so excited that Kim can join us. I'm going to try her again. Okay, we got this. We got it.
Hey, my armpits were sweating. I was stressing out.
I just think that you're so popular that you're probably smashing the internet right now, and everybody's joining.
Totally. That's exactly what it is, you guys.
So I'm going to fangirl out on you for about 4 minutes, which might make it uncomfortable for both of us. But
my armpits are already sweating. You don't need to do that.
Okay. I just want to tell you that I am so grateful for what you've done for the mommy vlogger community.
Aww.
I think you and your family have taken it pushing this whole genre. So I'm interested to hear, like, what in God's name made you turn on a camera that day and kind of start on this journey? And did you have any idea it would blow into what it has been?
100% no. This was not, we started life as news reporters. Like we didn't, and then so we had a background in making videos, and I didn't know that. And there were people making videos on YouTube and families doing this. And there was this mommy blogger community, but like that wasn't the goal really. We really thought we were going to make videos for other people. And then we did that ridiculous like Christmas Jammies video. And then even really 2 years after that, we weren't doing our own stuff. We were doing like behind the scenes stuff, like corporate videos. So we were really slow. We were like super slow in the uptake, but no, this was not the goal. But like, what a weird way to pay the mortgage. Like we every single day, like we feel so lucky that we get to do this. Like we get to have fun and make these, like we just like look around what's happening in our life. And if it's happening to us, it's happening to you, and it's happening to everybody watching. So then we, make it rhyme, or we make a skit out of it, or try to make it fun,
Yeah. And I feel like you guys do this great job of capturing the zeitgeist of what's happening as parents, whether it be Fortnite or e-learning, or you guys are always like right on the cusp of it. That's really damn impressive, I gotta say.
You're very sweet. I think that I'm really good at like so like how it works is I typically say, listen, we should do something like, like we did a skit recently, we called like the new normal. And it was inspired because like he went out to like go pick up our groceries, because we did like the online grocery pickup. And I was like, oh, remember your mask and gloves? And I said it as casually as you would say, like, oh, remember to get your umbrella. And I was like, we are living in a weird. Oh my gosh. 10. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Oh my gosh. I told him 1,000 times I was doing this. And so we just basically wrote this thing of like, and it wasn't exaggerated at all. So it's usually like my kind of ideas of like, okay, homeschooling is getting like really old. What is happening outside my window right now? Either somebody's having a birthday parade or there's a protest. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. And then he has this like amazing musical ability. So we can talk about like, oh, is there like a parody that will like inspire people to wash their hands for 20 seconds or something? And he'll take some like really bootylicious song and turn it into a family friendly hand washing parody. His brain is pretty weird. Yeah.
Yeah. How is the Holderness family holding up?
I will not complain. We won't, like, I never say like we're stuck at home. I like to say we're safe at home, because we have friends in New York that were sick, when we've seen like the ugly side of this. So we have a roof, we have food. I'm not going to complain. we are slowly like deteriorating mentally. I mean, I'm an introvert, and I need to hug people. Like, I need to hug my friends, and I miss we've been really serious about the lockdown, and our kids haven't seen their friends, and we've done the Zoom calls, but it's not the same thing. So we're getting sad, and we're missing that human connection, but I mean, we're going to do it, right? There's not anything we're going to do differently. So,
yeah. You and I aren't that close of friends, so you probably don't know this, but I actually had COVID and recovered from it.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. So sorry.
Yeah, 0 stars. Do not recommend.
0 out of 10 recommend. Oh my gosh. So when was that?
I got it March 3rd, and I really honestly had it for almost 5 weeks before I could say I felt normal. And I still don't feel completely normal.
Yeah.
I think it gets into your lungs and it does its thing, and then it's like a bone. Like, you break it and you're recovered, you're out of your cast, but there's still a little residual.
I'm sorry I didn't know that. I feel like I feel stupid I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're better.
Well, thank you. And don't feel bad at all about not knowing that. Please. It's so funny when I saw you guys, you were gonna we're gonna do a video a day. I'm like, they are sadists and they are smoking crack. And sure enough, God damn it, every day there's a new video. I'm like, these people are amazing.
This week was the first week, like, we're gonna do a Facebook Live tomorrow. We're not putting out a new video tomorrow for like the first time, because we're like, oh, like it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So I was like, maybe we were too aggressive in saying that, but we have for a while, but it was a lot. It was a little ambitious.
We've got a lot of creators on the channel, and I think everyone does respect how much work goes into these angles and these shots and these editings and these graphics, especially if you guys are writing original stuff like that. That is amazing.
It's but I'll tell you though, we've really, like, I think we've been getting by lowering our expectations. So lower. No, just like take it and then just really push it down. Like, if you think it's just like really low. So we've been shooting a lot of these videos on an iPhone, like we've been really, just because it's easier than lugging around we have the big fancy camera, but the new iPhones are great. So we've been shooting on an iPhone, and we can shoot a couple, and we try to batch them. So we'll we shot 3 videos today, and then that'll get us into, were they good? I don't know if they're good. I don't know. But so that'll be next, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably next week. So we try to work a little bit ahead.
Do you want to tease us a little bit and tell us what they're about?
Well, what was this? Oh, so Penn wrote an original song. I felt like we needed a song about how, I feel like in the beginning of this, everybody had really high expectations of I'm going to clean out my linen closet, or I'm going to organize the pantry. But if you got out of bed today, that's enough. That is you are he's calling it the quarantine queen, and I get to wear a tiara, and it's if you put on pants, you win. You're quarantine queen. Yeah. And just, that's how, because I am a pretty ambitious, driven, goal oriented person. And it's a weird world to have my goal today is to keep my family alive, and healthy. So it's been weird to that I did a good job. My kids are still alive. You know what I mean? So that's one of them. We have a skit that we're going to put out probably Tuesday about, because I feel to go back into the real world, I'm going to need some training, wearing pants. Right now I'm wearing my pajamas, but wearing real clothes. So it's basically a retraining, a real world retraining, to use the time to learn how to wear. I'm not explaining it right.
No, I this is a button. This is how you work a zipper.
No, that's part of it. I'm holding up pants. I'm these are pants. They have a zipper. And I'm no.
As we've reached the point now where I can actually grab my gut in one hand, pull my jeans, and then shove it down. I'm yes, this is the new normal. It's the quarantine 20.
The quarantine. Oh, and you even had it. I thought, so our friends in New York that had it, they dropped all this weight, and they're bonus. guys, stop it. No, not your experience. Not your
Sons of bitches. No. Well, I would say, yeah, I got lucky. I didn't have the lung stuff. I just had lightheadedness and fatigue. So I could eat. I did.
Good. As you should. No. Yeah.
Good, I did. I wanted to ask you, as a creator, do you sometimes have videos that you go, two questions, I guess I'll ask. What is one of the ones that just resonates in your brain as one of the favorite ones you've done? And second, is there any one that you did that you're like, this is the most brilliant piece of artwork ever, and then just crickets?
I typically, if I love a video, if I love it, if I'm so excited, like I can't wait to hit the publish button, it'll bomb and nobody likes it. So that is like our indicator. Like, but Ken wrote a song, and it was basically about, we called it like adulting, about like the mundane stuff you do that like, and it was based off a conversation we had. Like, we spend a lot of time figuring out like how we can fit all the garbage in before recycling day. You know, like we spent a lot of time doing adult things, and it was like, so that one I really liked, and that did well, and it was an original song instead of a parody. And then we did one over Halloween, and it was another original, and it was basically about, and it was like this like sexy R&B, and it was like, and I even like was on the stripper pole, but I was dressed as Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and it was like, so Penn is singing like, will you be a model for Halloween? But really he meant role model. And so I dressed up as like these like really powerful role model women, and I just thought it was so funny. I thought he did such a good job with this song. I thought it was just like, it was amazing, and nobody watched it. So, nobody liked it. So, yeah, but it happens all the time. Like there's a skit we've done a couple times, like where you dress up as the Spartan cheerleaders from SNL and do like cheers. I hate it. It's so cringy because I am obsessed with that skit, like Sherry Terry and Will Ferrell. That's my favorite SNL skit, and I think it's like, it's really like really terrible that we're trying to like do a parody of them because they're amazing, but that will do really well too, like that. And I don't get that, but yeah.
And you think you know your audience, you're like, oh, okay, that went well.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to take a moment to have you be Ruth Bader Ginsburg on a pole. Like, I think that visual is going to be.
I'll send you the video. I'm like in a robe with like the collar, and I have like the gavel, and we like went to one of those like the pole dancing classes, you know, and we rented it out for an afternoon, and I swung around. It was so fun, and I thought this video is going to break the internet. And literally, it was like me, Penn, and my mom watched it, and that was so. Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone that's watching, let's all go and watch Kim's Ruth Bader Ginsburg premiere and blow up the internet with it.
Blow up the internet.
And shut it down. So, first of all, I want to get into your costume closet, because I'm sure between your wigs and all of your costumes, that's got to be amazing.
So fun. Yeah. We just started like, and it wasn't until last year, I'm like, I think I need to catalog these and organize them.
Right.
But we have a lot of costumes that we've just accumulated. But also I wanted, like Penn, he wore a Rapunzel wig today, and I was like, this is getting weird. We maybe need to like dial it back a little bit. So yeah, we have a lot of costumes.
I think what happens in quarantine just stays in quarantine, and you're forgiven for any wig wearing or pole climbing, whatever.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, I'm using that. 100%.
Do you guys like moonlight as accountants or anything, or is this like your full-time job? You do this all the time now?
Great question. We're partners at a digital marketing agency. It's now called Walk West. But when we did like the Christmas Jammies video, we were launching we were announcing that Penn was joining our business. So for the first 2 years, from like 2013 to 2015, we were like in the office, and we were doing social media and videos like behind the scenes. And then starting in 2015, like this became our full-time jobs, which is so weird. Yeah. So it's been 5 years. So now we're still partners at the agency. It's called Walk West. And we'll come in Penn will direct videos. I come in for strategy, because I love that stuff. Like if the internet said like, no more Kim, we don't want to see your face anymore. I would love to go behind the scenes and talk strategies on campaigns. Like I geek out about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So is Target one of your sponsors, or do you just love them so much and that's why they pop up in your videos?
So funny story. What had happened was we did work with them early on, like I think in 2015, 2016. And then maybe we did it, you know, a couple campaigns with them. And then I think in 2017, we did some like YouTube stuff for them on their channel. And then they just kind of stopped calling. And so I don't know if it's because I don't know. I think they got sick of us. I don't know what it is, but we love Target and we shop and it's less than a mile from our house. So we're always there. So it's kind of become this joke. And then we did a music video recently about like, does Target miss me too? Because it was based on like, it was the last time I went to Target and I got like you can do the drive up pickup on the app. And so I did the drive up pickup and I was so sad that I couldn't go in. And I was like, and I was really upset by it. I was like, Pen, why am I so like, I'm so traumatized. And I'm like, does Target miss me too? Because I miss it so much. And like, I'm friends with the cashiers, you know? And like, seriously, like the cashiers, like I'm like, we exchange like Christmas cards. So I was like missing my friends. And so Pen did the Target video of like, she'll be missing you. And then Target commented on it. It was like, we're not closed. I was like, oh no, sorry. Yeah. So I think I don't think they like us.
Oh, well, the dads of Target, that was up to like 50 million views last time I checked on it. That
was hilarious. That one, those guys, first of all, are all hilarious. Yeah. And it was a Charlie, who wrote Taylor from Doodad. I think that was his idea. He organized it. I think he wrote it. He definitely edited it. And that was the one I watched it. I'm like, I don't know if I get this. And then within an hour of posting it, it had like, because everybody posted it on their channel. So kind of, has all that stuff. But like that, I was like, I was so wrong. This is amazing. Do another one. I'm like, is there another one you could do right now? Go.
I think what I'm taking away from this is every time I do a new video, I'm going to show it to you. And if you hate it, I'm going to be like, I might boost this one. Because
you should put money behind it. I know. I don't have, I think I have a good eye for other people's content. I would love to sit with you and watch your stuff. Like I would give you my perspective, but for our stuff, I don't have a good beat on what people love. So we just do the stuff we like, and if it works, it works.
That's so awesome. Yeah, I don't have that disease. Like I can listen to myself talk and watch myself on video all the time. My husband is like, I don't think he even knows I have this channel. He's like, if there's a camera, he runs in the opposite direction. So really? You are lucky that your family is into this.
Well, I don't love being on, if I'll be completely honest. I'm happy to be behind the camera.
But see, that angers me because you are gorgeous and you have such a great presence that I think we do.
I'm good. I'm good to not.
You're good?
I'm good. Yeah.
You know what? I think we're allowed to evolve, right? We're allowed to say that was something that wasn't important to me, but now I'm okay being behind.
But I have to say, like, what keeps me doing it is like, I'm obsessed with the people. Like, you know this, like you start to know everybody's names that like, who leaves comments on your videos or on your Instagram posts, and you start to know their names. Like, I love that, especially now. I love that connection. So, yeah.
And it is really neat because there are a lot of people that are very loyal. Will share your stuff, will follow you, will comment you, that'll DM you. When I got sick, believe it or not, I had so many people reach out to me, and I've made some really, I can't call them friends, right? I've never met them, but there's this deep kind of connection that happens when you're very sick and they're very sick and you're scared together and you're walking that journey together that kind of bonds you to people. And
yeah, and I'm sorry I didn't know that you were sick. My head has been so far up my own butt making these stupid videos. I'm so sorry.
I really think you're forgiven. Do you get recognized a lot now when you go out? Can you go out in public, or do you need security?
Yeah, we're fine. Well, first of all, I've not been out in public in, it feels like 6 years. But I mean, if locally, obviously people know us because Penn was on the news here locally. So there's still people that run local. And then, yeah, Target or the airport or places where families are, like Disney World, Target, airports, and especially if the four of us are together. Yeah, but I mean, they're always nice, right? Like, although there was this one time we were at the soccer game and this kid came up to me and he's like, we watch your videos every morning. I was like, oh, thank you so much. He goes, my mom really hates them. She thinks your voice is so annoying. I was like, and she was right there. And she was like, no, I never said that. He goes, no, you just said that. You just said that she was really annoying. And it was, I almost peed my pants. I was laughing so hard. I was like, you're fine.
It's cool.
Get it. It's fine. You're fine.
Oh, that's funny. Do you have any experiences that because part of this journey as influencers is, and because technologies are changing and algorithms are changing, before it was 60 seconds on Facebook, don't go a second over. And now they're like, hey, it's got to be 3 minutes or more. In terms of what you guys have done over the last couple of years, have you had any major fails that have kind of pushed you into a next level of learning?
I feel like we fail every day. Like I think we didn't, after Christmas Jammies, like we should have actually branded a YouTube channel and tried to get subscribers and try to capitalize on that. And we didn't do another video for a long time. Like that was silly. And then, and then we did a lot of videos. So Facebook started monetizing videos over 3 minutes. And we didn't want to monetize in the beginning. We were like, oh, I don't want to interrupt the viewing experience. And then I realized Ellen was monetizing. I'm like, if Ellen is monetizing, then I think we're good. So I think we missed out there. We wrote that Baby It's Cold Outside video and it got 75 million views and we didn't monetize it. So I know. So it's stuff like that. But I feel like we mess up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I had a viral video and people are like, you must make so much money. And I said, no, you don't understand. It's like, did you pay to watch it on Facebook? No, then I didn't get anything either. People are under this weird conception that's.
I will say that it has really the Facebook monetization. If it's hard with music because they stick an ad right in the middle of music, but it's been great for us in that it's not. Again, we're not buying a beach house off of it, but it's helping for sure. That's where our biggest audience is. Facebook has been very good to us. So, so it's been nice. I haven't seen Dave in a while, but I remember her mentioning this, and I don't know if you're friends with Angel more, but there, I guess, are Facebook conferences that they invite you, the bigger, and that kind of brief you on what's happening in terms of the algorithm. Is that still going on? We went to one last summer. It was the Facebook Creator Day, and it was dreamy.
Right.
And they, I think what Facebook will tell you is, yes, they want videos. Right now, they want videos over 3 minutes. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Is everything okay? Sorry, I just heard him yell at the dog.
Yeah, she just ate dinner.
She just ate his dinner?
Just like a tiny bite. Do you?
Okay, I'm sorry. We're on live right now. Would you like to come say hi? No.
Did you feed Sunny?
I did not feed Sunny. That's why our dog just jumped up on the table and ate my son's dinner. Cool. But what they'll say to you is good content will always win. And it is the most frustrating thing to hear because you're like, no, but that video, I loved it so much and it was so perfect. But they'll say to you that just make great content and it'll find a way, which is so frustrating to hear. But I have to say, I felt like on Facebook, we were kind of in a rut. We were putting stuff out and it wasn't getting the love that it had been. I'm like, oh, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. And then we made a video that was really freaking funny and 50,000 people shared it. So I'm like, oh, that's what it is. People just didn't like the other stuff. So it's like the worst, weirdest excuse, but like good content kind of
It
wins.
runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people are like, teach me how to make a viral video. And I'm like, anybody that's out there telling you how to make a viral video is a charlatan, because we have no freaking clue what's going to take off. The only, oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that I feel like the videos that like either you can make that you, our goal is always to make people feel something, and like we like to make people laugh. So we want them to watch our videos and leave like smiling and laughing. But if you can get people to feel something by watching it, so whether it's like laughing or you want them to be very touched and like maybe something very thoughtful, like those are the things I think people share, is when they have felt something. Those are the things I share. It's like, if, oh my gosh, this is the funniest thing ever, or you know, two pandas are holding hands, like I'm feeling something, and that's what I'll share. So yeah.
If I don't take my phone to the toilet with me and cry at least once a morning from some kind of panda thing, then I'm like, well, I need to restart the day.
Go back, start again, find a cute animal. Yes. And yeah, so that's what I think it is. And sometimes I think creators, I've seen some creators, they have like, they like, especially with like the parenting community, they do this like, I'm going to complain about my kids thing a lot. And yes, there's a lot to complain about, but I feel like there has to be more. Like you have to, like there has to be more than just like complaining about your kids. Like it's like offer some humor behind it. And we try really hard not to complain. I mean, we complain about parenting in general, but like about our kids specifically, I don't think we'll ever do. Just because they're trying their best to, you know?
Yeah, and it's their life out on the internet, and you know.
Yeah.
Do your kids ever come back and say, "Hey, Mom, don't share that. That I don't need. That's a private thing."
We are really careful about it. There have been 2 videos that we've hit to, like before we posted them over the 5 years we've been doing this, they've wanted us to delete. And it's one, it was amazing. We all got head lice. And so, and we did like, as the lady is, we hired the lady to come to our house to like comb her hair. And Penn was like, lice, lice, baby, obviously. And so it was hilarious. I mean, because who doesn't get head lice? Everybody gets head lice. Who cares? But our kids were like, oh my gosh, no, you can't do this. I'm like, no, I'll just say it's me. And anyway, so we didn't do that one. And then recently, the kids did something super sweet for us. They like made us dinner. And they knew we were like with our cell phones, but like they made us dinner. Like they fit, like, you guys need a date night. And it was so cute. And just like a little vlog. And if they are in a video, we always show it to them first. And they looked at it and they're like, you know what? Because I think they didn't like how some of the meals looked. Like they didn't like how it turned out. And so they're like, you know what? Let's just keep that for us. And I was like, you bet. So we, you know, that's just for us, but it was adorable. Yeah.
So, and how old are they?
So Lola, my daughter, is 13 and my son, Penn Charles, is 10.
13 and 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to warn you, because I have a 14-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
They're absolutely disgusting.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No, already. I was like, oh, we need to get you deodorant. Like, okay, let's up the shower game. Let's make sure we're doing that on the reg. Yeah.
That's kind of important. And then they get kind of horny around like 14 and a half, but they don't know they're horny. And so it comes out on this like burst of testosterone, and they want to wrestle you, and it just gets awkward. So the whole thing's a shit show, and you're just trying to maintain any kind of composure. So.
No, I was just asking my husband, I was like, when does that happen for boys? He's like, yeah, soon. Like we need to,
Yeah.
But now he's like my perfect baby boy, and he snuggles, and he's, yeah. He smells a little, but he's perfect.
Well, they're good. I mean, I feel invested in your family because I've been watching them grow up for 4 or 5 years. And you become very protective of these people that you don't even know.
You're so sweet. No, and I have to say, like, we are a family with super ups and super downs, and our kids have put us through some stuff for sure, but they, especially now, they've done such a good job. Like they haven't seen their friends since like the beginning of March, I think. They haven't done, and they're doing school at home, and like I'm having to help with 7th grade math, which is a disaster. But they're doing such, I have like mad respect for kids right now and what they're going through and what they're doing.
I know. And then those milestones. Hello.
Oh, and Lola just brought me guacamole.
You said I was a disaster.
No, I did not say you were a disaster.
But it's really good. Just try a little.
Okay, my daughter, my 13, you want to come say hi? She
Hi,
just made
Lola.
guacamole.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart.
I'm gonna. So
Yeah, just
I'm gonna put my finger in it, but just the CDC does not recommend this.
It's
That is delicious.
okay.
That is delicious.
This barrel tortilla.
Yeah, go get some chips. Okay, that's delicious. Thank you, honey.
You'll be more.
See, she makes guacamole. She's amazing.
She's amazing. And I do feel for them because we know that that social currency of being with their friends is so important, right? For them right now. And for them not to have that, I'm interested to see 6 months from now and 6 years from now, what this has kind of done in terms of how their growth. cycle.
I want to be on the lookout because I can feel myself, like I tend towards like anxiety, depression anyway. And like, I can feel myself kind of getting that, like going, like slipping down into the dark side.
Yeah.
And I wonder if we're going to, like something, I talked to Penn about it today. I'm like, do we need to get some like we have a friend who's like a child therapist. I'm like, should we like get like a Zoom call with her just to make sure they're like handling like because I can, how does somebody not get depressed, right? Anyway.
Can I ask you a personal question? Did you actually get diagnosed with depression?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
did you go on anything for it?
I did. So I probably was depressed, I probably, but didn't know what it was called, like high school, college, for sure college. So I went to therapy in college because I was just like not dealing well and just had I was having a bad go of it. And I went on something in college and then kind of felt like, oh, I didn't need, after a few years, felt like I didn't need it. And then after Lola was born, had pretty bad postpartum depression, plus this time severe debilitating anxiety. So that was fun. And so like couldn't be in a car, couldn't walk downstairs. Like I had to sleep downstairs with her because I couldn't walk down the stairs because I was too freaked out carrying the baby downstairs. So, and then I got on whatever, they put me on the one you could do while you're breastfeeding for that. And then I switched over to like good old fashioned Prozac and then was on that. I actually I kind of weaned myself off of that 2 years ago. So I've been like, I think medicine is great. Medicine saved my life. I can 100% say, and I have like no shame for anybody taking medicine at all. I felt like I had hit, they call it like the Prozac poop out or whatever it is. Like it stops working. And the other things I was trying like made me so fuzzy and I was tired all the time. Like I couldn't find anything. And I was like, so I made crazy changes to my diet. I have to eat so well, get enough sleep. I have to do all like that really annoying stuff, like exercise every day, all that stuff. And if I do all that and if I check all the boxes, I can kind of like hang in there and I can kind of maintain. So.
Yeah, it's so true. And it's interesting. I've had a couple strategists on and a couple creators. Every creator has had a bout of depression.
Mm.
And I'm wondering, never having ever gone to medical school, like, is there a connection point between needing to tell your stories and express that you've seen kind of the dark side of the moon of sadness and anxiety? And I'm sorry that you went through that. That seems scary.
Well, and now I get like anxious about having anxiety. I'm like, ooh, I can feel it coming. And then I'll get anxiety about getting anxiety. But I think that I think if you ask like any comedian or a writer or anybody who's like in that creative space, they've seen some stuff, and that's probably like a way, and that's how I deal. Like that's, if I'm not busy making something, my brain plays weird tricks on me.
Oh, interesting. So it kind of keeps you busy. It keeps you writing.
That is why we're like, let's do a video every day. Let's do it, because the days, like weekends, we shut it down. We try to have like family time, and weekends are actually harder for me because I'm like paralyzed by like what's going to happen. My mind starts to wander.
Well, I got to say thank you that you've channeled your anxiety and depression into creating stuff for us and making us laugh.
Win-win.
Why don't we just freeze on that?
Anxiety, you should get it.
Now, what did your depression feel like? Because you slunk down. Did you feel like it was pulling you down?
I felt like it has felt a couple different ways. It feels like everything, like I'm just numb to everything. Like nothing is funny, nothing is sad. It's just like I'm here. And then like when I went to my first therapy appointment, and it was like I feel like I'm sitting in the car watching everybody experience life, but I'm sitting there and don't have the energy or ability to participate. Yeah. Like I don't even want to be in the conversation, but I feel like I'm sitting in the car watching at people at a party, and I'm just like I just felt. And then sometimes it's like very physical, like it feels like there's somebody standing on my chest. It feels like I'm very tired. Like there's physical symptoms to depression. Oh, so yeah. I feel all those too, and I think that. But my husband, I have to say, like he's really dreamy when it comes to. He's never ever once in his life experienced like a day of depression, but he was the one after Lola was born. He's like, I think I've read about this. I'm gonna call your doctor. Like he made the appointment. He went with me, and I was like, no, I'm fine.
Right. I'm fine.
Everything's fine. And then like he took me to he put my butt in a car, and we drove, and we went to and he waited, and he made sure I went and all that stuff. So, and even last week, I'm like, I'm having an anxiety day, and he's like, what do you need? I'm like, I need to just sit under the covers for a while. He's like, I got you. And he just left me alone. So he's pretty dreamy.
Yeah. He seems like a good guy.
He is.
And he has good hair.
It's amazing. I know.
What the hell, Penn? Come on.
And I want to cut it because I like it when it's shorter on the sides, but he won't let me touch it. Yeah.
Yeah. I had the exact same thing with my depression. My depression came like a fog, and I could feel it, and I could see it, and I'd be like, oh, it's coming, and it would get closer. And then I felt so similar to you, like I'm watching my life through a series of television monitors.
Yeah.
And way out there, I would call it puppet me. Puppet me is doing the things and going to the work and breastfeeding the baby. But 5 monitors back, there's me in this raw fetal position that is crying. I just couldn't stop crying.
I know.
And every nerve is so raw. And I think that medication, exercise, and therapy is really just what builds that.
Yeah. Did you do medication?
I did the Paxil Lexapro dance for a little while.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of the Paxil poop out. That's hysterical. But I think
the Prozac. Oh,
Prozac poop out.
Prozac. There's this theory that it stops working, and I was on it for 7 years, so I was on it for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Somehow this podcast, I mean, this thing has become a mental health thing because the last 3 people we've all been talking about mental health. But I have 2 more things to say to you, and I'll let you go because I know that you have dinner with your family, and I'm grateful for your time.
Oh my God, so great.
Truly, truly. Can I put you on my Christmas card list?
Please.
Yay. And I'm kind of mad at you because I wanted to hate you because she can't be that pretty and that funny and that talented and so generous with your time, and you were all those things, God damn it. So
my husband just came in and burped. That's what he thinks of what you just said. But you're so kind. You're so kind to say that.
To keep you grounded.
He has to keep me grounded, he says.
You're really fabulous, Kim, and I know that you have brought joy to so many people, and I'm.
You are so kind. You crack me up every single time. So thank you for sharing your platform with me.
Well, that means a lot coming from you because I hold you kind of as a North Star, you and Tiffany and Meredith, just in, like my kind of like, look what they're doing. They're just keeping it real all the time and making us laugh.
But you're doing it too.
Yeah, I'm a little slower. We'll figure it out.
No, and you know what though? It's like you do it like happens when it's supposed to happen, and it's and don't say it's slower. You're kicking ass. You're great.
You know what happened? I found that as much as I love to listen to myself and see myself on camera, I actually love the writing. So I enrolled in UCLA Writers Extension, and I've got like 2 screenplays and 3 sitcoms because I'm being pulled toward that side of it more.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, yeah, and if you want to be in one, I'll make sure they cast you if I can.
Please, or not. It's fine. I'll just like support you however I can. We're writing a book. We're actually writing like this like marriage book together that's due in like a week, and I'm struggling on the last chapter. But it's really the irony of writing a book about marriage in quarantine is really funny. But it's a lot of work.
We got 2 minutes. Tell me about the book. Let's pitch.
Okay, so it's it's like the 10 fights every married couple gets in and like how to get through them. So we've gone to marriage counseling. So I find we have like a lot of like magic words we use in our relationship now, and we're writing this book with our counselor. And so like the fights, like the common fights everybody gets into, and like how you can do them better, because fighting is a love language. How you fight, like it's a very valuable tool in a marriage, in a relationship.
Is one of the fights I do everything, you do nothing?
Literally, that's the name of the chapter. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm so glad we're mind melding on that, because that's where you're like, I do everything.
That's like
and
the first chapter. It's the title of the chapter. That's the title of it's the title of all the fights. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that is the universal love language. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Chapter 2, really quick. What's chapter 2?
I think chapter 2 is about what you're not fighting about, and then chapter 3 is sex. We have a lot of sexy talk in this too.
You know what? I got. See, this is what happens. These things just go because I have so many questions. You guys really you don't really talk about sex that much. It's a pretty wholesome channel. I find that refreshing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you've also done a very nice job not talking about politics.
Is Instagram going to cut us off? I know. We don't.
I know, and I recognize it, and I go, boy, they're doing a good job walking that line.
We walk the line. Even it's hard sometimes to walk it, but we walk the line. And yes,